Yo, what's good, people? You know who it is? It's your boy P Fire, aka Phoenix the Fireboy, aka P still trying to get his waves out, aka I'll be brushing my hair for like a good solid month. I think I got half a wave P, aka I'm about to comb my beard so I look even more intellectual. True say it is whatever the fuck I want to talk about, episode 3. So as I'm speaking and elaborating and orating, let me comb out the beard so that I look, smarter than I actually am. These little bits of white hair, you know what I mean? It's what makes me look smart. It's nothing I'm saying, Anywho, alright, enough of that. You didn't come here for that. What's good, my people? Like I said, it's me, your boy, Phoenix the Fireboy. Welcome to another episode of whatever the fuck I want to talk about. And this is my magazine, Once We Are Not the Same. Thank you for returning, people. Mad love and yeah, mad respect. Let's get into this. So I normally film these segments beforehand. Some have been filmed quite a while back, but this one I'm filming today. I kind of woke up, I was like, what do I actually want to talk about today? So I was like, today I'm going to talk about focus. Am I focused? Can you see me? Is it clear? Am I focused? Not that kind of focus. Focus here. Oh, and here. Focus. Okay, so let's talk about focus. Why am I talking about focus? Well, let's look at it like this. Here I am doing Once We Are Not the Same, a magazine dedicated to shit that I'm into, The End. We have 5 segments. We have whatever the fuck I want to talk about, which is the exact piece that I'm doing today. We have A to Z of Africa. We have Nice Bit of Kit That. We have 2 Feet Bear Creps. And we have Sounds from My Shelf. 5 segments encompassed in under one umbrella. Now let's assume, or let's imagine, I brought all the other things in that are in my head that I want to share with you. So I want to share my raps, I want to share those, I want to share that with you. I skateboard, I want to share that with you. I'm a father, I want to share that with you. I'm investing, I want to share that with you. Etc, etc. So let's just add another 5 segments onto the already existing 5 segments. We now have 10 segments. Now imagine me uploading 10 segments, let's just say every week, or just in a row, 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 days, and then another 10 days. Let's just imagine that I'm uploading those 10 segments. How many of those 10 segments do you think will garner traction? I'm going to say there's a possibility it might be 1 or 2, or there's a possibility none of them will garner traction. And the simple reason is there's too much output being thrown at you guys. There's no real focus. He wants to talk about stocks. He wants to talk about his love of food. He wants to talk about his trainer collection. He wants to talk about how he's just began investing. He wants to talk about how he's getting waves, or not, as the case might be. He wants to talk about how to treat your beard. He wants to talk about this beautiful rope on his wrist, etc, etc. There is a lack of focus. Now it may be that all of these things are interesting to me, which they are, and all of these things they hold a part in my life and in my thoughts. However, me spewing all these things out to you means that there is no real direct focus. Splitting it into 5 gives us that focus, because now, although there's 5 segments, it's a bit easier for people to digest. So if you're into crepes, then most likely you'll probably be into the Nice Bit of Kit as well, because I talk about jackets and so on and so forth. If you're into the A to Z of Africa, it's most likely you might be interested in this segment of whatever the fuck I want to talk about, as well as one or the other. If you're into music, you might be into the crepes or A to Z of Africa, but you can pick 2 out of 5 and it doesn't feel that you've sort of lost out. Whereas if there's 10, you pick 2 out of 10, You're like, there's 8 other things. So let's look at that in terms of our life. A lot of us have so many ideas and so many plans and so many things that we've wanted to do over time, and what we aspire to, or what we put our fork in the ground, put our stake in the ground and said, this is what we're going to do, this is what we're going to be. A lot of us have done that, and we've not achieved what we wanted to. And that could be whether it's in work, it could be whether it's in school, university, whatever stage of life you're in, relationships, etc. And we've not achieved these things. And why is that? I think it comes down to, or it boils down to, a lack of concise and clear focus. And when I say concise and clear focus, I mean, imagine you've got a prism. Here's your prism, you've got light shining through it, okay? Once the light goes through that prism, it refracts and it goes everywhere. It's all over there, it's here, it's there, it's producing pretty colours on the wall, it's producing pretty colours on the ceiling. It's a pretty colour fest, right? Beautiful. However, it's here, it's there, it's everywhere. Now, replace the prism with something that will give you a steady stream of light. So we're talking about like a laser. Now, why are lasers so powerful? Because they have a focused stream of light going through a basically minuscule point. So there's less opportunity for light to go this way, that way, and every way. It's going through a singular point. And then you have laser. And when you have laser, what do you have? You have concentrated power. Do you expect me to talk, Goldfinger? No, Mr. Bond, I expect you to die. Think of the scene, it will make sense. So let's think of our brain or our output in terms of a laser and a prism. Are we just shining all our genius light through this prism, and is it dissipating out into the ether, onto surfaces, bouncing off, but some gaining traction, people going, oh, that's a pretty light, but then it's gone and it's no longer a topic of conversation, or it's no longer a moment for wonder. Now let's change that to a laser. We're now here, we're now going zzz. So whatever we're looking at is going to get cut, is going to get burnt, it's going to get sliced, it's going to get whatever the term you use with lasers is. That's what we should be doing. We should be looking at our ideas or looking at our output and trying to get this laser focus. Now, by so doing, we're now going to be more productive. You hear it as you're growing up. Maybe as you get older, you hear it. Work smarter, not harder. And, as a youth, they tell you, oh, you've got to work hard, you've got to work hard. Everything is about working hard, working hard, working hard. But as you grow up, you realize that, yes, you have to work hard. So it's not a complete lie. But what it really boils down to is working smart. You have to put in that hard work, of course. But the smarter you work, in a way, the less hard you have to work. If you understand what I'm saying. So that's what I want to look at today. How can we be more focused in our output? And I guess also for the focused output, you need the focused input. So first of all, let's look at goal. What is your goal? Okay, let's say you want to be a martial artist. So my goal is to be a martial artist. Okay, cool. Bank that goal. Now the question is, what is your path? You want to be a martial artist. You've been watching Bruce Lee movies, you've been watching Donnie Yen, is it Donnie Yen? Ip Man. You've been watching all these guys, you've been watching Billy Blanks, for those of you that know, showing my age there. You've been watching these guys, Cynthia Rothrock, come on. China, is it China? Something China. China O'Brien, Cynthia Rothrock, come on. I'm shouting out all my 70s babies there who grew up in the 80s and the 90s. You'll love that reference. Okay, what path to martial arts do you take? Do you do karate? Do you do kung fu? Do you do jiu-jitsu? Do you do Wing Chun? Do you do, I don't know if jiu-jitsu, Wing Chun and all that are under the umbrella of kung fu. So please I should know this obviously because I am a master. So like I said, are you going down the karate, the kung fu, the Thai boxing? Which route are you going? So now you decide, you've now chosen your path. Where do I want to be? What do I want to be? So you've chosen your path, and now you also have to choose another path. What route do you go down to training to get to that goal? So are you going to the karate club? Have you got yourself a master? Are you going to train with Tibetan monks? Are you going on a pilgrimage to China or Japan or to Thailand? So now you've decided on your path to get to your goal. So I'm going to train with Tibetan monks so that I can learn their brand of Kung Fu. Now, you might think, perfect. I'm done. I'm good. Once I've learned the Kung Fu, I'm good to go. Because what haven't we done? We haven't outlined what our outcome is. What is the outcome we want to get from being a martial artist? What is our outcome? What is our why? What is our reason? So, okay, you want to be a martial artist. Why? What's the outcome? And now you have to say, I want to be a martial artist so I can teach other people to be martial artists, and all the wisdom and calm and skill and technicalities that come with that I want to pass on to others. Or it could be that I want to defend myself and I want to make sure that regardless of the situation, I can defend myself at the highest level. Or it could be for a much more simple reason, such as your family was taken by an evil Kung Fu master, so now you have trained for 5 years under Tibetan monks in order to gain your swift and merciless revenge. Like I said, a much more simple reason. So either way, you now have your goal, your outcome, and your path. You now have a laser-like focus on what it is you need to do. So you're not going to go down the route of going to the karate club. Why? Because it doesn't fit within what you have outlined for yourself. You're not going to go down to Master Ip, down the old blimmin' jiu-jitsu class in the park. Why? Because you're in Tibet with the monks. You don't have time for Master Ip down the club, down Hyde Park, you know, doing his jiu-jitsu. You don't, because you've chosen your path. And that is what we need to look at our lives like. We can't have this idea, that idea, this idea, this idea, throw them through the prism, out they go. Beautiful lights, it's not that they won't shine bright for a moment in time. Oh, that's pretty, but after a while everyone's moved on from the prism lights. Meanwhile, you can't move on from the laser because it's in between your legs and it's about to slice you in half. No, Mr. Bond, I expect you to die. You know, so this is what we need to do. A lot of us have all these ideas, you know, especially if you're creative. You have 1,000,001 ideas. Problem is with those 1,000,001 ideas, they overlap, they jump on top of each other, and you want to kind of do them all at once. You want to do this, you want to do that, and you want to do this, that, and the third. As you know, speaking from personal experience, what ends up happening is you dilute the source. Your source becomes diluted, and what ends up happening? It's not really a sauce, it's just kind of a mishmash. Nothing's really standing out. I can't taste the parsley, I can't taste the red chili or the green chili, I can't taste the cardamom, is that a thing? I can't taste the turmeric, you know, I can't taste any of these things. All I can taste is bleh. So if we look at our goal, our path to that goal, and the outcome required from that goal, then we kind of make it a bit easier on ourselves. It's a nice simple linear line that you can look at and go, okay, cool, that's where I want to get to. The reason I want to get to that place is because, and how am I going to get to that place? So I need to go to Scotland. Why? I need to go to the studio there. How am I going to get there? I'm going to jump on the train. It's simple. Not I need to go to the studio in Scotland. What studio? I'm not sure. I'll go to any studio. How are you going to get there? I might get the car, I might get the bus, I might get the train, I might get the plane. Okay, and why? I think I'm going to make a tune, I'm not sure. You know, it's you're all over the place now. those things can be simplified, and then your focus becomes laser-like. So really, that is it. I'm not gonna wax lyrical and in momento stroke my beard too much, like I've got all the wisdom of the world, although it's like what I'm trying to portray. Hello, me, wisdom, P, I'm very wise. Instead, I'm just going to say to you guys, really, simplify your life a little bit more. It just means that your output is simplified for maximum results. And that's what it's about. That's what I'm trying to do, and what I have been doing, I guess, over the last couple of years. It's a work in progress. I'm a work in progress. You know, I spent many a years being prism-like rather than laser-like, and the results show for themselves. So now I'm trying to rectify that and making sure that, and in fact I rephrase that, I'm not trying to rectify that, I'm rectifying that, and just making sure that I have a more laser-like outlook to what it is that I'm putting out there. So that's really what this is. I appreciate once again that you guys have taken the time to sit down, press play, and listen to me waffle on, mumble on, talk to you guys. You know, it's strange talking to a camera, which is then talking to you guys and also talking to myself, as I say, but I'm kind of used to it now. So I just appreciate the fact that you guys are taking time to, you know, even sit down and watch these videos, and I hope that you're getting something from them. So especially in this segment where I'm talking about whatever the fuck I want to talk about, I didn't really have a plan to wax lyrical about focus or, you know, get up and chase your passions or anything like that. It's just, these are the kind of things that I'm going through, and these are the kind of things that I'm sort of implementing into my life. So I kind of guess that it makes a natural transition for me to speak to you guys about it. So I hope that you get something from this, and I hope that, you know, over time I'm able to give you a little more insight, or just help you to refocus your lens. And if I can do that, then at least, you know, we have something that was useful. So again, please drop something in the comments. Don't be shy. To all the people that reached out to me, I'd like to say thank you, man. Like, you know, you gave me some really good words of encouragement, and I really appreciate that. And like, it doesn't go unnoticed, obviously. And you know, when you speak to me, I show you my gratitude. You know, so shout out to all my peoples. You know, I'm gonna name you, I'm gonna shout you out in a separate bit. When I'm doing the subscribers, I'm gonna shout out to all the people that, you know, really, you know, I spoke to and just gave me that pep talk and really made me feel like I should keep doing it. So yeah, thank you to you guys. Like, it's love always, and I appreciate your time, I appreciate your love. It's your boy P Fire, aka P got one too many aliases, and this has been whatever the fuck I want to talk about. I appreciate your love. Like, comment, subscribe, and let's do this again for sure.